Of course, we have seen how hard hit Peel region in the Greater Toronto area has been by the COVID epidemic, particularly right now, one of the hardest hit areas in the entire country. Mississauga, the largest city in Peel region. Bonnie Crombie, the mayor, she joins us now. Mayor Crombie, thank you very much for joining the program today. And I know you've made your own significant announcement in your city, but I do want to just get your reaction quickly to what Health Canada has come out with today. This notion that now people who are 12 and up are approved to get that Pfizer vaccine. What is your hope, particularly when you think about younger people who are in homes, many multi-generational, larger homes in your city and in your broader region? What is the impact? What is the hope derived when you hear about that approval dropping down to 12?
I think that gives us a lot of hope. I'm so pleased to hear that announcement that Pfizer will now be appropriate for those 12 and up. That's great news. And of course, we had other great news here in Peel, which I'm sure we'll talk about. But many people have been asking me, when will it be appropriate for their children to get vaccinated? When will it get approved? Many of them are very eager to do so.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you just think about schools and parents who have been having kids at home, sometimes young kids, which interferes with their ability to get work done, whether they're working from home or working outside of the house, what do you see in terms of this being a potential game changer?
Well, of course, but that is the question that parents have been asking. Will our children go back to school this year before June? Probably not. Will they go back in September? Will we have herd immunity for adults by that time? And the answer is probably we will have. But what about our children? Will they go back to school and not have been vaccinated? So this is very good news that we'll have the ability to start vaccinating our children as young as 12 plus going forward. So it is very good news, and it is gives us a lot of hope that they'll be back in school learning come the fall.
Let's talk about the announcement you made just about an hour ago that everybody in Mississauga, whether they're in a hotspot or not, 18 plus can now register to get a vaccine. What's made you make that particular move right now?
That is really incredibly important news. As you know, Mississauga is the third largest city in Ontario, and we are all a hotspot. Peel region is a hotspot, and all but a handful of postal codes, most of them were in Mississauga. One of them was in the municipality of Caledon, were not deemed to be a hotspot. And when we did the analysis, it showed us that our postal codes that were not deemed hotspots had higher hospitalization rates and higher case counts than other hotspots in other parts of the province, in other regions, in other parts of the province. So it didn't make any sense. So today, Dr. Lowe has taken the initiative. He's created a new booking system. We've seen other regions move forward, changing the age category, the age cohort, and that we're not on the provincial booking system. So we wanted to be sure that essential workers were all had the ability to get vaccinated. And of course, they live and work in every nook and cranny of our city and of our region. Mm-hmm. So he created a new booking system. So the provincial system will be great for those 18 plus who are living in a hotspot, and the new booking system will apply for those who are 18 plus and don't live in a hotspot. And that will be effective at 8 a.m. tomorrow. And that is such incredible news. It means that everyone 18 plus in the region of Peel, including those not living in hotspots, will be eligible for a vaccine.
So that makes it eligible to about 50,000 more people. Do you actually have the vaccines to pull this off?
Well, that is another issue. We have 50% of the allocation of the supply for the next 2 weeks. And after that,
prioritization to get it to your particular region. Yes, go ahead.
That's correct. For the next 2 weeks, we have been prioritized for 50% of the vaccine. But after that, we have uncertainty. We don't know if that will continue or for how long. But of course, we're advocating for the need here in Peel region. Of course, if we don't stop the spread of the virus here in Peel region, we can't get life back to normal, the new normal, in the rest of the province. So it's vital that that supply and allocation continue here in Peel region. It's so important. We don't have that commitment yet. That is something that Mayor Brown and Mayor Thompson and I and Dr. Lowe will continue to be advocating for with the province to ensure a steady and reliable supply of vaccine. We need to get all the essential workers and everyone 18 plus vaccinated in the region of Peel, and that'll help us get life back to normal in the rest of the province.
Can I ask you, Dr. Lawrence Lowe, your medical officer of health for your region, has actually been the one pushing the province to install more and more restrictions when he believed they were necessary. But before, it seemed the province, the Ford government, was itself ready to make those commitments. Based on where things stand now, do you foresee 2 weeks from now being able to loosen any restrictions, or is your region in such a continued state of crisis that we may have to continue tapping those brakes?
You know, it's very possible that we go back to the old framework after the next few weeks, and it's possible that the region of Peel be placed back in the gray region, the gray zone, as it were. Certainly, we are seeing a stabilization of cases. We look like we are plateauing. We're increasing, but at a much smaller rate than we had been increasing previously. So we believe we're starting to plateau. We have not started to decline. We are not trending downwards yet. But the good news is it looks like it's on the horizon. So it's very possible that there are other regions right across the province that will go back to more loosening of restrictions. And here in the region of Peel, I'm quite certain we will have some measure of restrictions, although we don't know what they are yet. We'll have to wait and see in 2 to 4 weeks' time what they will be.
Absolutely. Mayor Crombie, thank you very much for your time today.
Yeah. Thanks very much for having me.
That is Mississauga Mayor Bonnie Crombie.
Hi, I'm Vashi Capellos, host of Power in Politics. See more of our show by subscribing to the CBC News channel or click the link for another video.